So right now we're at the booth of the Constantine Metal Resources at the PDAC. And the man standing beside me is the president and CEO of the company, Garfield MacVeigh. How are you doing, Garfield?
I'm doing great, Gilbert. It's, we were just chatting, a little bit of uptick in the business. It sounds a little more vibrant, or maybe feels a little more vibrant. So yeah, feeling good.
So hopefully we'll have a good year. So maybe Garfield, you can just quickly tell us about a brief introduction about your company, Constantine Metal.
Yeah, well, obviously we go back a little ways, Gilbert, and as you're aware, our main flagship project is a base metal project in Alaska that we're in partnership with a Japanese company, Dowa Metals and Mining. And so we've successfully advanced Palmer now to the point where we're actually planning an underground exploration program at Palmer on a 51% Constantine, 49% Dowa basis. And so the permitting is in progress for that underground program right now. And at the same time, we've been very successful in making some new discoveries at Palmer. And so the new HE zone discovery, which was made in 2017, is actually going to be part of an ongoing economic study that's happening right now. And so it's a pretty important step for us, and we see lots of room to make more discoveries. The fact that we made this one discovery in 2017 is, it's always been our feeling that there's several more to be made at Palmer, so ultimately a much bigger system. Now, over and above the base metal project, we also have some excellent gold projects, and we're currently in the process of finalizing an agreement on what we call the Johnson Tract project in Alaska. It's with the Seri Native Corporation, but it's a very high-grade gold deposit. And once we finalize that agreement, then the plan is to spin out our gold assets. So Johnson Tract will kind of be the base for our gold assets, but we also have some very good assets in the Timmins camp. And I think maybe you've seen some of the spectacular gold samples from our Croesus project. There was a very famous high-grade past producer in the early 1900s. So that's one of our key projects in the Timmins area.
So you mentioned earlier about your Japanese joint venture partner. Maybe you can elaborate a bit or more. How does this joint venture partnership benefit the company and the shareholders right now?
Well, in a lot of important ways, really, because it shares the financial demands of a project, for one thing, and we partnered with Dowa on an option front in 2013, and so they had to spend $22 million to earn their 49% interest. And once they had completed that at the end of 2016, then Constantine and Dowa have been jointly funding the project, and so it. Essentially we put up 51%, they put up 49%. They're a very exceptional partner because they have smelting. Obviously they operate the largest zinc smelter in Japan. They understand metallurgy really well, but for over 100 years they found and mined the kind of deposit that Palmer is, what we call these VMS or Kuroko type deposits. They found and mined these in Japan over a long period of time, so they're a very knowledgeable partner that brings a lot to the table for us.
So you're mainly, primarily in Alaska, in the exploring and development. Can you tell us a bit about the pros and cons of working in Alaska?
Well, we find Alaska an exceptional place to work, and where Palmer is, for example, when you talk, one of the things with Alaska is often you think, well, you may be isolated or out a long ways from any kind of a center, but we're very accessible by road to where our project is. And we find that they have a very solid permitting system there. We feel it's a very sound, solid permitting system, and as long as you go through and work through the process with the permitting agencies, that you get good support, but you have to do it right. And but that support we find is there, which we feel is great. We really like that environment.
So, as an investment point of view, what do you think why investors should consider investing into Constantine right now?
Well, I mean, we've got a great resource that we've developed. I mean, the Palmer resource right now is Global, it's a 14 million ton resource, of which 5 is indicated and 9 is inferred. So we've got a large resource base that we see being certainly undervalued right now, but at the same time we're planning to spin out our gold assets into a separate gold company. So anybody that owns Constantine shares right now, for example, will have the opportunity when we dividend out the shares to our shareholder to actually now have ownership in a separate independent gold-focused vehicle with some great assets. So we're a 2-for-1 deal right now with an undervalued opportunity in our very successful base metal story.
So it looks like exciting times in 2019 for Constantine. So thank you for sharing your story with us, Garfield, today.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching this video. Please scan the QR code to log on NAI500 website and follow us on social media to get regular updates on the Chinese language North American market news, CEO interviews, trends, and investment opportunities. Click subscribe to our channel to watch more interviews and presentations.